Hello everybody, I'm Dan. In my Gotcha episodes, I present unusual examples of source code and have you try to figure out what the result will be. Welcome to episode 4. This one's going to be called Switch-a-Roni. I'm going to open up my website, javacjava.com, select menu, and then Gotcha. Select episode 4, which is the Switch-a-Roni. So, just to let you guys know right off the bat, I really can't make sense of this one. Let me know what you think. Chime in on the YouTube comments or whatnot there. But basically, it's a really simple class here. We got our main method entry point here, and then we got a switch statement, and we're just I'm just have an integer literal right here that we're testing on there, testing cases on, and then an integer literal one of 0 and 1. So in the 0 case here, I'm initializing a primitive int variable x equal to 5, and then I'm just basically calling the break statement there. And then in the case 1, I'm saying x equals 10, and then displaying that value of x to the console and calling break. All right, so it just right off the bat, you should be thinking, what? Can this even compile or whatnot there? And the answer is yes, this will compile, and it'll actually display 10 to the console there. So, but that's not where it gets more strange from there. So let's go ahead and hit Control-C to copy, or right-click and select copy. Let's move I'm going to move the browser off screen. I've got a shortcut to command prompt on my desktop, but if you don't, you can create one really quick fast by right-clicking, selecting new shortcut, CMD, next, and finish. All right, let's go and open this up. First thing I'll do is type in javac, which is the Java compiler. And you should see all this stuff scroll by now. However, if you receive an error message, watch my tutorial on installing the Java Development Kit. You want to make sure you get that installed and configured properly before continuing. CLS to clear the screen, CD space / CD short for change directory, / tells it to go to the root. Now I'm going to make a directory here with the MD command called Java. And I already have that folder, but if you don't, it'll go ahead and create one for you. I'm going to make another directory here called Gotcha4. And change directories to the Gotcha4 folder. Now I'm going to notepad Gotcha4.java. Gotcha4.java is going to be the name of my source code file. Also match the class name there. All right, let's go ahead and just run this bad boy here and see what we get. Compile it, and let's execute Java virtual machine, and we want to invoke the Gotcha4 class. Okay, so we get 10 displayed to the console right here. All right, so this is interesting here. Let's bring up the first point right here. This looks like, all right, we're initializing a variable x and saying its value equal to 5. Okay, that's interesting. But what would happen if I come down here and comment x equals 10, right? Because obviously x is within the scope of this switch statement right here. And for some reason, it's been initialized in a case that's... But anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and just save this. We get error. Variable x might not have been initialized, right? Okay, well, that is kind of strange, isn't it? Okay, so let's see if we can kind of get around this here, right? Let's just prove that nothing funky's going on right here, right? So if we do, like, for example, x++, right? Save. Right? We get error. Variable x might not have been initialized, right? So that's definitely, we're definitely seeing some strange behavior here. So let's go ahead and try some stuff here, right? Let's say, for example, if I put in the word final, right? All right, now final is going to, once we initialize x, it really has to be that, right? Let's go ahead and save this up here. Surely that's got to work, right? So let's clear our screen, recompile. No, error. Did I save that? Yeah. Variable x might not have been initialized. Okay, that's bizarre. Now let's uncomment this here. Try basically all the rules that we know here for local variables, and let's recompile this. So error. Cannot assign a value to final variable x. So for sure we know that x is in fact final, but it's almost like it took this whole entire equals 5. It's stripped it off right there. All right, let's Let's try something else interesting here. Let's go ahead and cut and paste this line up here, right? And let's change this to 0 so it'll execute this particular case statement here. And let's see if see what happens here, right? I'm gonna take this final out here. That compiles. Now let's run it. Okay, and we get the number 5. All right, so it's definitely, this statement is definitely completing, right? Because within the same case statement, we can do that very same thing there, right? Now, what if we were to take out this break here and just let this drop through, right? And then you just comment this one out too, right? So from what we know, case 0, without that break, it'll fall through down here to case 1, right? Now let's see what happens here. Can we fake it out in any particular way here? No, variable x might not have been initialized. So that's really, really kind of interesting there. I'm just gonna try one other thing here before I call it quits and give up and see what you guys think. Maybe you guys can come up with some more creative ways to do some stuff here. I thought, all right, let's go ahead and come up here and make a class variable static and x equals, let's say 42. That'd be good. Let's see, save. Okay, so variable x might not have been initialized. So it's still looking at it. So like the local variable here, it's definitely somehow being a local variable. Oh wait, hold on just a sec. We want to change this to 1. Let's save on that. So still the same thing. If I were to uncomment this particular line here, it'll definitely print out 42 there. All right, let's clear our screen. Okay, and we get 42. All right, so I am just at a complete loss with what goes on here in this particular case right here. So to me, it's like no different than this right here is basically what seems to happen after this case right here comes into the next case. It almost seems to like take x for all intents and purposes and like it's still declared, but then strip out any value like it was never initialized. So that's the only thing that seems to be what's going on here for that, right? So it doesn't seem to make any difference on initializing it one way or another here, right? If I were to do something like this, right? X equals 5, even splitting this into 2 statements doesn't even seem to make a difference on that there. So anyway, I'll go ahead and put it back to the way it was there originally. You guys can take a look at that and make it run again here. Okay, back to 10. All right, anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out of that, and really that's all I got for you on this Java Gotcha episode. But you know, toy around, maybe you guys have come up with something that I did. I looked through like the Java specs to see if there was any sort of documentation on this or whatnot there, but I just kind of find it hard to believe that something, you know, I mean, the switch statement has been around in Java, you know, for 20 years practically, you know, and it just seems to me like this. I wish I could find some documentation that explained the sort of behavior that's going on here with this case stuff and initializing variables inside of case statements there. But anyway, chime in, let me know what you think. If someone comes up with an actual answer for that, that'd be incredible. So anyway, thanks for watching.